Welcome to Sattva Restore, your restorative yoga therapy practice. So today all we're going to need is a blanket and your yoga mat. So we'll take the blanket and fold it in half and then in half again, making a rectangle, and just place it underneath where your hips are. We're going to start in prostration pose. So you also may like a pillow or a cushion underneath your ankles. So we'll lower down onto the floor so that the pelvis is right onto the blanket. And then just make a pillow with your hands. I may not come all the way down because of my mic, but you can bring your forehead there or rest onto one cheek. And then relaxing your elbows and just staying down, letting the belly and hips and pelvis relax into the floor. And then if you feel like you need that extra support underneath your ankles, go ahead and take that underneath your feet so you can really let go. And just let the body hug the earth. While we're here, we're going to be practicing our 3-part breath. So this is a really great position to help with reverse breathing. So when we're really stressed out and the breath may be in our chest rather than our deep belly breath. So just letting your belly relax and hang toward the earth. And when you breathe into your belly, you may feel it push into the floor and creating some shape change in the back of the body. These are the kidneys and adrenal glands. Good, so we're gonna stay here for about a minute just in your prone relaxation position. This can really help with our deeper, longer breath, which helps to calm us down when we're in a stressful state. Finding that deep breath in and out. And at any time you can turn from one cheek to the other. Take about 5 more breaths here, really letting the front of the body unwind into the floor. Let the back of the body open, receive, and stretch out with that breath. Big inhale. The inhalation can be more active and the exhalation more passive. Good, just about 2 more breaths here. And then we'll start to come up a little bit. You can balance on your forearms and drag your right knee up. This is a half frog position. So remember with these shapes, we're not feeling any intensity. We're just finding relaxation, letting gravity and breath do the work. So if you feel like your hip has hiked up, you've probably brought it up a little bit too close to the upper body. So drag it down and then let it spread wide across your mat. The knee is in line with the ankle, and then you can turn your head toward that right knee and just rest on your cheek there. And again, I won't be in the full pose with you because that might smash the mic and you might affect the quality of my voice. So just breathing now as you're resting on your cheek and still keeping that breath pattern of belly, sides, back of the body. Belly, sides, and back of the body. You can close your eyes and just become aware of your body and your breath working together in your yoga practice. This is another wonderful posture for the psoas, all of the hip flexor muscles for working that external rotation and releasing any tension around the glute and hip and hamstring. Just letting gravity do the work for you in this constructive rest position. And we hold this about 1 minute on each side. Keeping that breath focus that we practice in the very first position, that proning position, or prostration pose. Can you breathe so much into the front of you, and with that support, feel it into the sides and the back of the body. Let any tension around the fingers, face, feet go. Let it dissolve. Inhalation is active and exhalation more passive. And then we're going to start to shift. So lifting up and stretching that right leg back. You might just balance on your forearms for a moment. The elbows can come wide if this bothers your low back at all. And notice the difference from side to side. So you might not have noticed a big stretch or sensation, like we really don't want that in our constructive rest poses. But now you might feel that shift. And then we'll start to draw the left knee up and make sure that hip isn't hiking, that it's sliding wide on the floor. Knee is in line with the ankle. And you can turn your head to face the left now. Breathing deep. For the other side. I'm just going to shift my position. Same thing we just did on the other side, resting onto that cheek. Breathing into your belly, the sides, the back of the body. Balanced breath. Balancing out the two sides. You might have different sensations from side to side. If you're used to practicing yoga, you might be able to be in tune with these sensations. If you're used to doing more other kinds of movement and you're an athlete, it might be difficult to really relax those muscles and feel something. So just keeping that mind-body connection of breathing. Bringing your attention right around the hip, thigh, and glute. And relaxing, letting gravity and breath wash over you. Good. We're about halfway through on the side. Just being here, since you're here for your practice today. About 3 more breaths in and out through the nose. And then we'll start to walk back up onto our forearms. Gliding that left leg back. You can always walk those forearms a little more forward and just notice now how you feel from the hips down. And bow our head and bring our hands back and push up through all fours, scooting the hips off to the side and coming back into that comfortable seat for you. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.